Dice. Rolls. Dragons. Trolls.
Dadventurous.
Welcome to Dadventurous, a double dangerous, double duty duet Dungeons and Dragons podcast with a dad and daughter. Exactly. We're working on our enunciation. I'm the dad. I'm the dungeon master. I'm going to be taking you all on this wild journey into the world of Elsewhere.
And I'm the daughter, and I play Kia, Maine Coon Tabaxi Ramager Ranger, who is currently in a giant skyscraper.
That she is. As usual, we're going to kind of cut things off from the previous episode. It's a bit of a cliffhanger. Literally, kind of, actually, because there was a dude hanging from something.
Spider-Man.
And so, this episode is going to kick off right where we left off. Are you ready?
Recap?
Well, yeah, I'm going to do a recap.
Okay, yeah.
But are you ready?
Yeah.
For the recap?
Yeah.
All right, so Kia, our friendly, wonderful silver Maine Coon Tabaxi Rummager Ranger, also hard to say, started the day off with her grandfather Gunther in their shop of past world plunders. Unfortunately, business has been slow. The two of you guys have been struggling to pay the bills, but Gunther, as determined as ever, is looking on the brighter side of the shell, as it were, because he's a turtle, and I'm going to remember that he's a turtle this time.
Not a dwarf or a gnome.
Yep, he's definitely a turtle. But Gunther was excited because apparently later today, a traveling ambassador group was coming through town. And so he was getting the shop ready, making it look top-notch. And you set out for your daily run into...
The Scrape.
The Scrape, a nearby past world ruin of an old skyscraper. Upon approaching the structure, you noticed a wild magic storm brewing far away on the horizon. But nothing to worry about, obviously, even though you definitely were worried about it and kept checking on it.
Yes.
Because it's like you don't trust me.
No, of course they don't. You're the dungeon master. He trusts the dungeon master.
That's the right attitude. Slowly, you ascended the Scrape, passing by old world junk and cleared out levels. The Scrape being a hub for all rummagers of Map's Edge, the lower levels were mostly devoid of anything interesting. So you climbed the steps, avoided an encounter, and made your way up to the 5th floor. A nearby room with the blown out wall provided you with a new view of the storm. Unfortunately, before you could thoroughly look out there, your foot hit a box full of clips, which is great, but it ticked off a nearby automaton, a scraper, spurned to life by a recent surge of magic. So you dealt with this quickly and claimed your Clippy prize. I think you earned a couple. I don't remember. It's like 6 silver or something.
I have 9 silver and 4 gold. So I started out with 4 gold, so I got 9.
Sweet. Curious about the storm after you defeated your enemy, you leaned out, I don't know why, because clearly the storm is not important, to get a closer view, and your hand slipped. You didn't fall, but the noise alerted something very large and clinging above you. You turned to look, but it darted inside before you could get a good look. All you know is that it was huge. Before you could do anything beyond that, a loud and painful scream reverberated through the Scrape. It seemed to be emanating a few floors above you, and that is where you are now. Welcome back to the Scrape.
Hi.
Hello. I am the sentient skyscraper here to greet you. No, that's not true. This is a serious world, everybody.
Totally.
All right. So, you had only really explored a little bit of 5. You have been here before, as you will remember, to floor 5, but you hadn't ever explored the whole thing. You know that it was kind of a big room with offices on the side, and then there was like a hallway off to another section. And where you are right now, this room has this big opening, this blown out section in this wall. And again, just a reminder, the Scrape is an old skyscraper, but it's really old, a couple hundred years old. There's not much in the way of like glass left on the windows. Some of the walls are blown out. There's not really electricity working in here. Mostly it's just daylight and everything like that. And the stone, concrete, steel, all that rusty, dirty, gross. So Just to set the scene. And vines probably growing everywhere.
Yeah. The vines coming in through the window or something, or wall or whatever.
Mm-hmm. But again, you hear a scream a couple floors above you.
Or something.
Mm-hmm. And it did sound in pain.
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kia would be like, what was that? For that giant thingy. And take one last look out at the storm. Again, not that far off.
Make a perception check. Or an insight check on your DM.
I would make an insight check on you. 21.
21. You were actually inciting me?
Yeah.
The storm is not moving further away, nor is it moving closer. It seems to be stationary.
Okay. Okay. I think Kia would probably be like, well, this is a problem. Because I'm not allowed to go above floor 7.
Mm-hmm. But this is only floor 5.
Yeah, but that was on floor 8.
That's right. It did sound that way. But it did sound like somebody was hurt up there.
I think Kia would, being focused on her job and her grandpa's words, but also, really wanting to help a person would probably, run. Does she know where the stairs are?
Yeah, you've been... on this level you've been in.
Yeah.
You know, you've been up to floor 5. The stairs are kind of at the far end of this big room, but you've never been in there before, in the stairwell.
I think she would run, see the stairs, look back out the window, look back at the stairs, having those, one of those, cartoon, double take moments, and, go up the stairs.
Okay, so
to floor 6.
So you're going to make a dash for floor 6.
Yeah.
Okay. You are not being stealthy? Not in this sense? Or
Not until I get up to floor 6. When I get up to floor 6.
Okay, so you push open the door, it goes creak, and it seems like a lot of people, either they don't use the stairwell or it's just a creaky loud door. Other rummagers, there's not a lot of people that go up above floor 7.
Yeah.
There's usually enough stuff in here. But anyway, it creaks open floor 6. The stairs up are busted. And there's some planks going across some places. And the handlebar on one side is totally blown out. And so you start making your way up. As you get up to floor 6 door, there is a door, unlike floor 5, which just had an archway.
Yeah.
Floor 6 has a closed door, old metal door.
Metal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think she would now be stealthy because, she doesn't really know. She knows that thing wasn't on floor 5, but it could have come down. So she wants to be, careful as soon as she gets to floor 6. So I think she would now probably be stealthy. And,
okay.
Is there, a people on the door?
I would say there's, one of those little windows.
Windows.
But this was built for normal humans, and you were kind of short. So you would need to, climb. Your hands can reach the bottom of the window, and you could, pull yourself up to look through.
I think
and then make a perception check.
Yeah. Ooh. I got a perception. 20. Not nat.
Not nat 20. So floor 6, let me look at my thing. Okay. And so you notice a room, or a floor that is just a hallway at first. And there are a lot of office doors. Boom, 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 boom on one side.
Okay.
The other side has old picture frames of probably employee of the month type stuff in there. And what you immediately notice as you peek through is one of these scrapers, a little bit bigger than the one you fought before, probably, I would guess, about dog height and shaped.
Okay.
Mid-sized dog, scurrying across the ceiling. And then goes into one of the rooms.
It's an anti-gravity dog.
Yeah. Well, no, it's just got clingies. It's just got spikies. And then it goes into a corner office.
Okay.
And then the hallway itself is pretty beat up. One of the first offices looks like the door's open.
Okay.
And that's what you see.
Okay. So, would I make another perception check to see if there's any more movement or sounds?
No, that's what you got with that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you saw. It moved, it went across the ceiling, and then it ducked into a corner office.
I think she would be like, that giant thing cannot be quiet in these short little hallways, or normal sized hallways. So I think she would creep up to floor 7.
Okay, well, floor 6 is you have to go into floor 6.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where the stairs stop being connected.
Oh, where there's like a...
Yep. And so floor 6, you got to go in to get to the stairwell to floor 7.
Is there different staircase sections?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Logistically, this doesn't make any sense, but it makes for a much more compelling Dungeons & Dragons episode.
Yeah.
The architect who built this was terrible.
Yeah. Hey, at least he managed to build a skyscraper.
That's true.
It's just a weird skyscraper.
Basically, you got to go into floor 6.
Okay.
We'll say that there are sections of floors 1 through 5 were in a connected stairwell, and then floors 6 through the top, maybe you can assume perhaps are in a connected stairwell.
Do I know how many levels there are?
There are 12, including the base
I'm
parking
halfway.
garage. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna another stealth check.
Okay.
Go into the room.
Okay.
Try to slowly creak open the door.
All right. So go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay. Almost a 20. Oh, no, a 12.
A 12. Okay. The door, you start opening it, and it does start. It does the initial like, but then you are able to catch it enough, and you are able to open it seemingly quietly enough.
Okay.
And slowly close it behind you. It's on a closer, so you would need to
Is it
cautiously close it.
Wait, does
as
it
well.
have one of those like little bells, or does the bell not work?
No, it doesn't have it.
Okay.
It doesn't have
It's
a bell.
just a closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're in a hallway now. It's kind of busted down. The second door on your left is open. It's not the one the dude went into, but it's there on your
What's
left.
the one the dude went into?
All the way down the end of the hallway there, it does like a 45-degree angle,
Oh.
and there's a door inset into that 45 degrees, a corner office.
Okay. I think she would get down on all fours, like cat style, because like...
Yeah, because don't you have like a climbing ability too as a tabaxi? You have a climbing speed of 20 feet.
I forgot to, my favorite enemy is a construct.
Oh. And that gives you something?
Only on survival checks to track.
But you could always be trying to like this is like Horizon Zero Dawn looking at track lines. You know, you have the ability to track what they're doing and what their paths would be. So don't forget about survival checks and stuff for sure. If you want to do that, you just let me know.
Okay. Under
I forgot about that too.
racial traits. Climbing speed equal to your walking speed.
Okay. So you can equally climb these walls and or ceiling. Maybe not the ceiling.
Not the ceiling. I'm not a spider.
Not a spider. But
I'm
you
a
could
cat.
probably climb whatever you need and it won't impede your movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I think she would get down on all fours, not climb, but like
To be
get low.
to get lower visual.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're down
Like-
low.
Creep down the hallway.
Okay.
Can I like peek into the room?
Mm-hmm. Make a
The
perception
open
check.
room? 15.
Okay. You notice, interestingly, that the room looks like it was almost had a battle at one point. Probably did. There are rummagers that would have fought things. And so you see essentially the corpses, maybe that's not the correct word, of scrapers. Blown up remains, gears and parts and everything's of these scrapers. Pretty big one that was in here, probably about person sized at one point, but was taken down. You see slash marks, you see probably some spent arrows, things like that.
Oh.
Some blast marks from some type of magic. And
So there was a rummager in here that...
at some point. It's hard to tell if it was recent or a long time ago. But the room is a mess. And as you peek in, you actually are able to see the wall that follows the same direction as the hallway is blown out. And it would also be able to move through.
Oh.
So you get the hallway, and then you also have this room that has a blown out section.
Does it connect to the other room?
Yeah, and that's what it would seem like.
Okay. I think she would go through here and creep The wall hole.
And into the room.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go into the room,
The wall hole.
the wall hole, and you you immediately, again, you see more of the aftermath. The room opens up now that you're not just peeking. And yeah, there was like 4 rummagers in here.
Oh, wow.
It was a big battle. And then the blown out section of wall looks like it was an explosion of some kind.
Oh.
Whether that was from a scraper or from somebody's past world tech, don't know. But you are able to see through that into the next office space room, which this one is a much bigger office space. It has a bunch of desks with strange square white things on the thing. And strange clickety-clackety boards in
Is
front.
this another
just
one?
kidding. Yeah, I'm just joking. But yes, it's a desk with a bunch of computers.
Okay.
We've discussed previously that Kia doesn't know what a computer is or does.
It's just
a remnant of
box.
something. Yeah.
a flat rectangle with
Yeah.
a quickie board with letters on it.
Yeah. and
Wait, does she know? Does she read the letters, or do they use different language now?
it's probably common, I guess.
Probably
It's
common.
probably common because why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's common. And anyway, a bunch of the desks are beat up too. It's almost like the battle carried into this room. And there are more remnants of things. And unfortunately, just a little bit of blood on the floor.
So it's recent?
I don't know. You'd
Wait,
have
is
to
it
make a
giant?
nature or survival check, little hunter.
Okay.
Little ranger.
My survival's better. 15 again.
15 with the pluses?
Yeah.
Okay. You reach down and you touch the blood.
It
And it is dry.
is dry. Okay. So this was
It probably
long
wasn't
ago.
that long ago.
So maybe like a day or two or something.
Probably more like a week.
A week.
Yeah. You didn't hear about any of this, though.
Okay.
And it's pretty common for the rummagers to come back to town, to the parking garage, all that, boast about their adventures for the day.
Oh.
Like fishing, like people who go fishing and talk about their biggest catch. It's
Yeah.
the same kind of thing. I fought a scraper this big, and their hands get bigger and bigger as they talk. But you didn't hear about any sort of like big tussle fight or anything like that.
Can I make an investigation check for a skeleton?
Yeah, or like on the blood and stuff like that in the fight. Yeah, make an investigation check. And I will say that knowing what you know, you can do it with advantage because you kind of know what to look for.
Both of them are really bad, but I'll use the better one, which is 7.
7 total. There's no body. There's no remnants of anything. It seems like if there was a person in here, they got out. That's all.
Okay.
The big room ends and there's a door out that is closed
That's close.
or back the way you came.
I think, and there's no other, like, outports.
There's windows.
Well, yeah, but those face out on the outside?
Yeah, they face the outside.
Okay.
Is that what you mean by outport? Or what are you looking for?
Like, I don't know. Like, I think Kia would probably go back to avoid creaking.
Okay. Oh,
creaking
yeah. So
doors.
back into the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go back into the hallway. As you are coming out, make a perception check.
14.
14. You do hear the down the hall again
Okay.
before you peek the corner. Sounds similar and it does sound above you. You could peek it if you want, or you can
Like above me is in like...
not like right next to you, but on the ceiling.
Okay.
Like something's patrolling.
Could I use the thing to make a survival to track? That's like...
Oh, your feature?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's there for.
I don't know if it was advantage or if it was a plus.
Because, yes, this is your favorite enemy. You have trained your whole childhood and sentience of to do this. Gunther's taught you very well.
Okay, advantage on survival check.
So, and I feel like you can tell me what you think, but like, I imagine that this has something to do with Gunther's years and years and years of being a rummager.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he's had some words of advice. How do you think he trained you to know how to track constructs?
They're always like most of them anyway are patrolling or searching.
They have like patterns.
Yeah, so they would probably like either like you would find one in a junk pile
Mm-hmm.
or patrolling around to look for a junk pile.
Yeah, because
So-
we know already that they rummage.
Yeah.
Also, kind of humorously, they're also rummagers in a way.
Yeah.
But
We're
then,
the alive rummagers. They're the mechanical rummagers.
so then go ahead and make your survival with advantage then. Remember, you have 2 if you want to roll 2 d20s
yeah.
at the same time.
20, but not now.
Not nat 20.
Yeah.
You like hone in on the sounds like your ears are flicking back and forth. The little hairs inside are tingling, and you know exactly that this rummager is making. You remember what you saw through the window,
Yeah.
and it gets to a point, it turns around, it goes back. And timing wise, you probably have a minute or 2 of once it goes into the office
Okay.
of free hallway movement
Okay.
before it's going to come back and patrol. And it starts heading back towards the office. You hear it turn around and go. So you can tell it is doing some sort of pattern patrol.
Okay. I think so. She's gonna peek out of the doorway, like not go out yet, and see when it goes into the office
Okay.
to make a.
So you're trying to peek out.
Yeah.
Okay. So you peek out, and because of that survival check, you wait, and you see it go and disappear into the office. And you don't hear it anymore.
Okay. I think. How long is this hallway?
It's only about probably 50 feet down to the corner,
Okay.
and it makes a corner you can't see past.
And do I know if the thingy goes around the corner?
The hallway?
Yeah.
You can assume. It looks like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think she would make a dash into the next. Is there an other open room?
Not in the section that you can see. The corner office is the next open room.
I think she would try to. And from other, it sounds like this is the only nearby ramager, or do I need to make another check? Or scraper, yeah.
This sounds like the only one nearby.
Okay.
So you just got to make your decision.
I think she would.
And here's what I'm going to do is when it's time for you to start moving, I'm going to set a timer.
Set a timer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait, when are you starting?
As soon as you say that you're going to start making your move,
Okay.
I am going to start a stopwatch, and I'm going to give you roughly, I'm not going to tell you exactly because you rolled really well, but it's roughly 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes to decide what you're doing with your movement. And we'll do some rolls and stuff.
Okay.
You ready to make your move?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. You dash. You make a move going. As you get closer to the office, you hear the tick, 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 and you come up close to the doorway. What do you want to do?
I think she would dash down, like pause, like for like a millisecond,
Mhm.
and then just dash past the, like, cats can run fast.
Are you going
like,
for speed or stealth? 30 seconds has passed.
I think she would go for speed to get past the doorway, and then stealth.
Try to find somewhere to stealth.
Yeah.
Okay, make an perception check first.
Another 15.
Okay. You see that there is a bookshelf down the hallway that you think you could get behind.
Okay.
So now make a stealth check.
Really? Really?
What'd you get?
7.
Okay, well, luckily for you, this thing was not paying attention, and it turned and went into a little cubby of the office, and you find your moment, and you dash. Dash, 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 dive behind the bookshelf, and you got a stealth check of a 7?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to
Really
make
bad.
a quick roll real quick. Okay, so you maybe
I saw your roll.
You maybe saw what my roll was. Right about that moment, the thing comes out and it stops. And you can hear it going back and forth. And you hear the little like vroom, vroom, and it's thinking and it's thinking and it's thinking. And then it keeps moving and it goes down its patrol again.
Down the other hallway or down this hallway?
Nope, down the other hallway. And it
Okay.
seems to not have noticed you. And you are feeling pretty good about it. And then you take a step back to get out further into the hallway, and you take another step back, and you take another step back. and then you feel yourself bump into something. And you turn as one of these dog-sized rummagers that was behind you and rolled a nat 20 on perception goes and looks right at you. And it had just come out of an open doorway that was right on the other side of this bookshelf.
No.
And I need you to roll initiative.
Okay.
Sorry, you rolled a nat 20. You saw it.
20, but not nat.
Okay, nice.
18 plus 2. Oh, right. I have spells now.
Yeah, you do. You are level 2. So initiative, you got what?
8 or 20.
So luckily for you, I'm sure you're gonna go first.
Okay. I'm surprised because I did not like.
He was also surprised, but he noticed you.
Okay.
But apparently you're more in the mindset to know that you were trying to be sneaky.
Okay.
So you get to go first. It's smaller than you. It's probably about hip height.
Yep, height for me.
Uh-huh.
So like.
And there is an open room behind it. In this moment of noise and whatever, it's just the one that noticed you.
Okay.
So the open room behind you is another little office with a pretty pristine desk in it. A nice looking office. It's like a nice.
Pristine.
Yeah.
Like it's not
beat up.
not beat up, not run down, not.
Not really, no.
I think Kia's like before she attacks her. When she sees this, she probably just go like this.
They get really wide.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you want to do in this moment where it's your turn and this dude hasn't reacted yet and you have an opening behind you? Otherwise, you're in a tight hallway.
Okay. I think I would try to keep that desk as pristine as possible and wait, how wide is this hallway?
It's probably like 8 feet wide.
8
Yeah.
feet. Not like 10. Okay.
Yeah, 8 feet. It's like I said, it's narrow because it's just office.
Oh yeah. I think she would try to keep that desk as pristine as possible and like most of the time try to stay out of the room or go in the doorway or something.
Okay.
And not.
So what do you want to do for your turn?
Wait. How does the spell work? Because I want to try my new spell.
What's your new spell?
Hail of Thorns.
Hail of Thorns. I think you needed range, correct?
Hang on. Did I click on it? Wait, up to 1 minute? What is
Until
that?
you use it. If it's the next time you make an attack or something.
Okay.
So basically you can cast it on yourself now, but you don't have to make the attack now. Because is it an action?
Does say, no, it says 1 bonus action.
Okay, so yeah, so you can use it as a bonus action to like figure out your thorns, and then you use your action to use it.
Okay.
One of
Yeah.
the things we didn't talk about, by the way, is what kind of weapons does Kia have?
Oh.
We talked about
right.
like your swords, but you have...
I have a longbow and 2 short swords.
Okay, so in terms of like the elsewhere and the past world tech, we've talked about this last time where it's not your magic, right?
Yeah.
It's the magic of things you have that have a use amount. It works the same as spell slots, but it's just to set the world, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think Hail of Thorns is that she does to her bow or her arrows? What kind of item do you think it is?
I think she would
Something that'd be like reusable too.
reusable.
Every day. Yeah.
She would have like a little like can of like, I don't know, maybe it's like weed killer, but it doesn't work as weed killer anymore.
Yeah, it's
And
been
it's like-
magically enchanted.
And now it's like,
So every day, does it fill up?
yeah, it fills up. And
I
it's
see.
got, and she sprays it, and it would be spray on the arrow. and
And it little
I think I'd like to imagine that she would tack instructions to it.
to
so that
the
she
bottle.
doesn't forget.
Oh, okay. I see. So you spritz your arrows with a little thorn juice. And how does the spell work? Do you need range, or are you able to cast it here? Because he is right next to you.
Does say next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, this spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your ranged weapon or ammunition. In addition to the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so it is right next to you. So you are
Would
not.
I need to move away then?
You would want to move away for your ability to shoot that arrow, but it would potentially get an opportunity attack on you. So
Do I have a... Hang on, do I have a... Okay, no, I don't have a disengage.
No, you do not.
Oh, and I would cast that. Hail of Thorns?
So are you trying to move away first?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to potentially take an opportunity attack to get away.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you rolled really bad. I got a 10.
No.
Okay, so you are able to... Do you want to go into the room or into the hallway?
Into the hallway, but like, can I like...
Like further down?
Yeah, further down.
So you dive past it, and it was so shocked it didn't quite have a moment to react. And you notice at the end of the hallway is another stairwell door.
Okay.
And so you are able to move 30 feet. That gets you probably most of the way down the hallway, and you slide to a stop. Quickly spritz your arrow.
Okay.
And you go ahead and do your spell, Hail of Thorns.
Okay, spritz my arrow with the thorn or thorn grower or whatever.
Yeah.
And do my longbow, which
So you do the damage of a longbow already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
If I hit.
If you hit. These guys aren't super hard to hit, so. Oh. What?
Rolled a nat 1.
Nice.
I do have a +6.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
Yeah.
So the next time you make one or the next time you succeed on one?
It said it's the next time I make one, I think.
So what happens on a...
It says next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends.
Oh, okay. So
Which
it's
is
not...
a minute?
Yeah, it's a minute. So you can wait. Yeah, it's a
What's
minute.
that in time?
10
Game
rounds.
time. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So you basically, unless you lose concentration, we'll get a chance to do it again.
Okay.
Cool. Let's go. My turn, because that was your bonus action and
Yeah.
movement, right? Okay. The thing goes and it looks to you and it scuttles its little body and it goes and rushes towards you.
On the
But it's
ceiling
not
or
going
the-
to. No, this one was on the ground.
Okay.
But it is not going to get super close to you. It's only going to get about 15 feet from you, and then is going to bend its head down. And it's going to cock its back, and from its back, a little like port opens up, and it's like a tube. And inside the tube is a spiky little rod. He's going to
Rod or
essentially
ball?
a rod, like a
Okay.
spear,
Oh, okay.
like a crossbow bolt type thing. And he is going to launch a spiky steel bar at you. Ooh,
What'd you get?
I got a 19.
That definitely hits.
And so it does 4 damage to you.
4.
4? Oh, would you like me to do more? I
No.
could try again.
No. I would not like you to do more.
As it goes and launches it, a little loud goes as it launches forward. And it is now your turn again.
Okay. Yeah, and try to longbow. Still 15 feet, so I can do
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that's way better.
Okay.
That is a 21. That definitely
Oh, yeah, that hits for sure. Go ahead and do your Hail of Thorns and normal damage. Is it both, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, it is...
And this guy does look a little beefier than the last dude you fought.
Okay. I mean, he's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Way better than a phone.
Mm-hmm.
10 plus...
Whatever happens with Hail of Thorns.
Oh, wait, hang on. You need to make a... So you take 10 damage and...
I need to make... It should say what kind of save I need to make right there.
Dexterity.
Dexterity saving throw. Oh, I rolled a nat 19, so I succeeded on that.
Yeah. Wait, what is the... It doesn't even say what the... Oh, yeah, you definitely succeeded.
And then
So you take... Wait, how
half
does this
it
work?
says
Do I need to roll?
1d10 piercing damage, but on a failed save, I take half as much damage, right?
So I need to...
You still roll the d10, but then I half it.
But what if I roll 1?
It's minimum of 1 damage.
This...
That's an 8.
So you would take 5 damage. Because I rolled it.
Oh, let me check. I just want to make sure. Oh, no, you always round down. I'm sorry.
Round down. Okay, so you take 4.
4 damage.
And plus, so 14 damage.
Yeah, that was enough. He had 12. So on your one hit,
I like to imagine it goes. I pull back my thing and like little like there's little like spikes that are added to the arrowhead and it just goes pew,
And what happens when it collides with this power?
It goes, I think it would, with this
Dogbot.
dogbot. I think the thorns would like go off in like an explosion, but
Wrap around him?
Yeah.
Like, are they like viney, like connected thorns?
yeah, maybe, yeah, and like they explode and then it goes
And it grabs him up
Yeah.
and wraps him up. Okay. And you very
like a net arrow, but with thorns.
successfully do this. The battle stops. It goes quiet. You wait for a second. Doesn't seem like the other one noticed. So you have an open office where this thing came from with the pristine desk and the stairwell behind you.
Okay. Think she would like still wanting to like, this was a detour. Well, detour isn't like a fight, but I think this would be a detour to like quickly like glance over all of the drawers of the desk.
Okay, so you dash
There's
back into the
doors.
room. Can you make a stealth check, please?
I got a 11.
11. Okay. You sneak back into the room and you start going through the desk. Again, this desk is pristine. Part of the reason it's probably pristine is because it's actually mostly metal and glass.
Oh.
And the glass is in good shape. The door was open, but it actually doesn't look like people have been in here that much.
Because it's floor 6.
Because what?
Because it's floor 6.
Floor 6, yeah. And again, things change with these storms. So even if someone has been in here, it seems like it's been a while.
Okay.
And there was these scrapers in here. So you sneak in, and why don't you go ahead and roll an investigation check? And then at the same time, can you roll me an Arcana check?
Arcana, okay. 6 for investigation, so not
Okay.
good. Arcana, much better at 14.
14. Okay. So first and foremost, you do find a little container with some more clips. So we're going to say that the main takeaway here is that there is one gold
Right.
clip, and then the other ones are kind of unusable because you didn't roll that well.
Okay, so I got 1 gold. So I have 5 gold, and 9 silver.
Okay. And then the other thing you notice as you start looking at the desk is you get that tingling sensation of a rummaged past world item.
Oh,
And you get this feeling that there's something in this desk not in the drawers,
not in the drawers.
or at least not completely in the drawers.
Is there an open drawer?
You've went through all the drawers.
Oh.
But you get the sense that on the bottom drawer, there's something more in there than what you're seeing.
Can the drawer come all the way out?
Can you make a stealth check?
Come on.
Got to roll different dice.
6.
Not doing good. You go to pull it out, and the door makes a thud, and then it makes a creak.
Is it metal?
It's metal, yeah. As it goes to go. What did you get
What do you mean?
for your stealth check?
6.
Okay, we're going to do a roll off because that's what my guy got. So roll off in front of the table. We're both going to roll. If you get above me, he doesn't notice you. I got a third. Oh, you got an 18. Nice. Okay, so magically, he doesn't notice you. And you are able to finally and slowly creak this back open. Again, inside the back of the drawer, you set the drawer down, and inside you notice that there is a little metal square case, and you pull it out and you open it up, and inside of that is a watch. And
A
it looks
watch.
like a really nice watch.
Oh.
Like gold, old world, past world tech.
Is it mechanical or
Yeah, mechanical, but doesn't seem to be working right now.
really expensive?
But it's giving you that tingle of there's something here magical.
Okay.
You would need to probably take it back to Gunther, or you would need to do something with it to figure it out. But in the meantime, you start hearing the telltale click, 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 click of that thing starting its path back to that corner office. So you
Okay.
can either wait it here, or you can get going.
I think, how long do I know?
You probably have 30 seconds before it's going to round the corner, and then you can make a dash for the stairwell.
Okay. I think being that this would probably be about what? How you said it was 50 feet?
The hallway. It was probably about 50 feet.
My dash. If I dash, it's 60, so I can make that.
Mm-hmm. So you want to make a?
Yeah. Can I put the box in my, like, one of my little sachets?
Yep. Satchel.
Satchel?
Yep.
Yeah, whatever. Thingy.
And you make a dash. We'll just say that because you were ready and you knew the timing of everything, yes, it works. And you are able to dash in to the next hallway. And you get into the stairwell to the 7th level. This one's a little bit less broken down than 6 was. Yeah.
Because, less broken down.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess if, like, there's less people going on it, then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so knowing that this is the last level that she's allowed to go on, the 7, she, like, crosses her fingers and either really, really hopes that injured person is on the 7th level, because if it is not,
What are you going to do?
she doesn't think about that currently.
Okay. So, you start creeping up to floor number 7. As you start creeping up to floor number 7, you hear 2 things. First of all, you hear a loud clatter and thump, and then you hear the very distinctive sound of floor breaking.
Breaking?
Mm-hmm. From like the above you, and you hear this loud
7 or
like from 8.
from 8?
You hear this loud, and then above your head, from where that crash was, you hear running, loud, heavy footsteps.
Does it seem like it's going on the stairs?
It seems like it went past you and further down somewhere in the building.
Okay.
And you wait a moment, and then the thing has gone away, other than the crash. So now you have floor number 7.
Okay. Is there a door, archway, window, door?
Not in this one.
Not
You're going to have
archway?
to go in. Yep.
Okay. Peeky again?
Give it a little peek-see.
Yeah, I love peeking.
Okay.
She loves peeking.
You're going to have to open the door to peek with this
I
one.
thought you said it was an archway.
No. I said there was no archway. I thought you meant like, is there a
Oh.
window? No. There's a door.
Okay. Turn the handle slowly.
And as you start opening it, the door opens fine. You open the door and you take a peek in. You look right in front of you, and this is a little bit different than the floor below you. You are able to notice that this is a pretty big area. It actually kind of looks like this is more like shops and stores.
Oh.
And interestingly, you get to the far end, or you look down this big open area, and it's also a bigger room. Like the
Oh.
ceilings are taller.
Oh.
This building was probably a weird mix of like office space. There was sections in the
Shops.
middle where there were shops and restaurants and things like that. This is a shop level. It's kind of like a mall, a vertical mall. The different floors had different
Yeah.
things going on.
Like some were office buildings and some were shop.
Yeah,
Mall
and so
things.
you are basically looking out into a
Really bad architect.
shop, level. And there's lots of shops that are like chained up and stuff like that. But down at the far end, you see rubble and dust and smoke pouring out of this thing off to your right. The thing that ran past you looked like it ran off distant.
Straight.
But off to your right, you notice this big opening, and you see this sign above that's all busted up. But the only thing that's left that says arcade.
Arcade.
Yep. And the floor is wrecked, and there's still dust and rubble pouring out. And from that area, you hear, after a moment, the sounds of moaning and groaning in pain.
It does sound like human or humanoid or
Make a nature or perception check. I will let you decide.
my perception is way better.
Okay.
10.
10? Okay. I mean, it sounds humanoid, sure.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like a construct.
Doesn't sound like a construct or...
Yeah.
Okay. Does it, is it, by sound does it sound like it's going from the arcade or the
No, it definitely sounds like it's coming from the arcade.
okay, or the direction the singing went? Is this like an open space, right? So
Yeah, it's like a mall. It's a
Okay.
big open floor plan, and there's a bunch of shops and restaurants and things, but the arcade is kind of the main one.
hearing this giant singing go
Yeah.
boom, I think she would be careful, but also be like really glad that I did not have to go to level 8. Yes. And I think she would dash in between like shops,
Okay.
do zigzag pattern.
Okay. Yep. And just dashing back and forth.
Yeah.
Make 2 stealth checks and 2 perception checks, and tell me what you get.
I almost got exact opposites. I got a 24 and a 9.
Is that a nat 20?
Nat 20.
Yeah, make sure you tell me that, because that means, yeah, you easily dash, no big deal.
What about
There's
the
still,
9?
the nat 20 is 2 successes, basically,
Okay.
anyway, as far as this is concerned. And there's still rubble, cluttering down and making noise, so it's easy enough to mask your movements.
Okay.
Make me 2 perception checks, though, too. Or just roll 1 at advantage.
11 and 17.
Okay, so the 17, yeah, this was just advantage. So as you get closer, you do see that there is lying on top of this rubble the shape of a humanoid person,
Okay. Not
coughing
Not
and
large.
making moaning. No, you're a little bit bigger than you. You're
Okay.
ish sized. So you dash into the arcade, and all the machines are down and dead, but there's, prizes on the wall. There's old skeet shooting things and basketball hoops and arcade games that don't work anymore. But as you get closer, you notice a elven woman laying on top of this rubble, coughing and barely conscious.
okay. I think Kia would go over to her and
Okay. And as you go over to her, you look up and you realize that what she's sitting on, laying on, is the broken out floor of floor 8 above you.
so she was on for it.
She was on floor 8, and something, whether it was the thing or something else, broke the floor out, and she went with it down to floor 7. So there is a hole in the ceiling above you into floor 8.
Okay.
Anyway, you go up to her, yeah, and she coughs. She's barely noticing you at all.
I think this would be the time to take out this watch.
Oh, yeah?
Take out this watch and kneel down and see if what this thing does. Like
Okay.
maybe point it away so it doesn't, in case it does anything bad.
Okay.
But yeah.
And so you take out this watch, beautiful gold watch, glass still intact. The thingies aren't turning, but it's there, right? And you go ahead and you put it on, and you feel yourself like you could move faster, like you could
Be fast.
Yeah, it's hard to say without just telling you exactly what it is. But basically, like, you put it on and you feel like you're almost in 2 places at once. And you feel like for a moment you could give somebody disadvantage on an attack, basically. So it's like the cloak of displacement,
Oh.
where you basically have minor illusion, right?
Yeah.
But you get the feeling that it's a one-time use thing.
One-time use. Okay.
So if you were in combat, you could activate it and make people have a harder time hitting you.
Okay.
That's kind
For
of
one attack or?
for one use. Like, it has a moment of time that it lasts, but as soon as you take damage, you lose the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think she would, seeing that this wouldn't help, take it off,
Okay.
put it back in the box.
Okay.
Put it back in her satchel and take out, just like help as much as she can, since she doesn't have any
Do you want to, like,
health potions or anything.
I think as you approach, she goes, help me. We gotta get out. And that's all she says. And you probably hear from up above you, distant but moving, loud.
From above
Yeah, from floor 8.
and also from floor 7.
No. It was never on floor 7.
Oh.
It was above you.
Oh, I thought you meant
No.
on
It
floor
was
7.
it was above you, moving around.
Okay.
And you have this big opening above you. You do notice that you dash between a couple buildings and there was probably a shop. We'll say there was like a frozen yogurt shop that you dashed partway through in your mad dash over here that did not have any damage to it.
Okay, I think, honestly, how heavy is this elf?
I mean, she's heavy, yeah, but you're
I mean, I'm a cat.
you're
person,
small
but
and she's medium. I would say you can drag her, but it's going to take you a lot.
think-
Your full focus.
okay. You have rope.
Yeah, so you could like string up a bridle around her arms and pull her.
Yeah, I think I would do that.
Okay.
Try to pull her to the frozen yogurt shop.
Okay, so you pull.
Out of this.
Yeah,
way
and you
this
pull
hole.
and pull and you keep her as straight as possible. And it takes you probably 10 minutes for a dash that took you 20 seconds. It takes a lot for you, but you eventually pull her over and there's one of those like metal close up shop grates
Yeah.
that you could close down if you want. Honestly, it probably smells kind of gross because there's a bunch of
frozen
old
yogurt.
frozen yogurt that
Yeah.
doesn't work anymore. But it's been hundreds of years, so it's probably fine. It's
Yeah.
mostly just turned into nothingness now. But you were able to take her behind the counter and prop her up. And she coughs a little bit. She looks at you and she says, "Oh, that hurt. That hurt a lot.
Sorry?
Not you. The floor dropping part.
Oh.
Who are you?"
My name is Kia.
"Oh, Gunther's little one."
Yeah.
"Oh, that's great. That's so great. It was great that you're here. Why are you here?"
For you. I heard the giant thingy. I saw the giant thingy.
"Oh, that's not good. It hurt a lot." And she's like clutching her stomach and she feels really, really, really messed up. Did you find my stuff?
Your stuff?
It was nearby when I fell.
No, I didn't go up to 4-8. I only went here.
There was something up on floor 9.
4-9?
It
You're all
felt
the way up there?
it felt really magical. I got the vibe, but that thing came out of nowhere.
Was it a scraper or a...
It was the biggest scraper I've ever seen. It's like something I'd never seen before. But my stuff, I got a healing thing in my bag.
Where is it?
And she kind of looks over the counter and points back towards the arcade, and she was like, "It was next to me. It's probably still up on floor 8.
I pull out my water skin and just have her drink some because
Okay.
I don't have a healing potion. I'm only level 2,
Mhm.
but I have water skin, so I think I'd have her drink some of that.
And she clears her throat and she starts talking a little bit more normally. She says, Thank you. I don't know if you know me. I travel a lot. My name's Maud. And I'm a rummager.
Well, I could. Do you know how far away that your bag was from the hole?
It was in the room with me. That's all I remember. And then the thing came out of nowhere and hit me really hard, and the floor broke out. I think it thinks I'm dead. It ran away.
Okay. Technically, I'm not allowed to go up to 4-8, but I can try.
She reaches up and she grabs you by the shoulder and she says, "I'll deal with Gunther. If you can get me that thing, we can get out of here."
And that magic on 4-9?
Oh, I didn't get to there. That thing found me first.
Oh, you didn't even get up to 4-9? You could
Oh,
feel
I
it?
got up to floor 9, but that thing came out and I had to run. It's still there. Whatever it was.
Okay. I'll find your bag, and if we can get out without that thingy getting us, then promise you deal with Gunther.
Oh, yeah. I got it covered. You're helping me. He'll understand.
Okay.
He knows Rummager code better than anybody. And so she starts slipping down the water, and she looks up at you and she pats you on the shoulder and she says thanks. And then she slumps back down.
Okay. I think Kia would, fully knowing that this is defying Gunther's word, but also knowing that, oh, she can cover for me. Okay, this is good. And
Needing to help.
yeah, and I think she would. I would go up.
Okay, so you
Go back to the arcade.
make your way back to the arcade, and you look up on the floor above you, and you don't see much of anything except there's enough of a like broken down floor that you could climb with your climbing speed up into floor 8.
Okay. I think she would climb up, pop above the hole before
Okay.
climbing fully in, like
Okay.
to survey the room.
Okay, so you climb up and you clamber up to that ledge and you take a peek behind you. Make a perception check.
18.
Nice. You turn and look behind you. You appear to be in like the backside of like a restaurant.
Oh.
Like a
And so
like
this
a
is
food
another
court.
shore?
Yeah,
Or,
it's like the food court level.
Okay.
Lots of food stuff up here. So you appear to be in like a kitchen, and you look kind of behind you, and the floor side that you're on is pretty busted up, but behind you, there's like a 10-foot hole that she fell through.
Yeah.
That's where the rest of the restaurant is, and it's still intact. You notice a leather bag just on the other side of the hole, but you get the feeling that you would have to make a jump or a clamber up
Across
into
the
that
hole?
room.
Or could I like...
You could go up into the... Yeah,
Could I, like-
sidle your way
Yeah.
across. Yeah, make an athletics check.
Athletics trip?
Yeah. Or acrobatics.
Athletics, my acrobatics is better, so
Okay,
I'm going to do
that's
that. Ooh, 19.
19.
Not now. Yeah.
You make your way across, and you start sidling, and you get to the point where you think that if you like lunged up, you could probably reach the bag. You're hanging right next to it,
Okay.
and the bag is in an open doorway. But
Can I see past the doorway?
you can see through it. There doesn't seem to be anything right now.
Okay.
So you want to make a lunge for the bag?
Yeah.
So you reach up, especially with that acrobatics check, you're able to lunge up, your hand grabs the bag, and you pull it back. As you pull it back, you catch a glimpse of something. Right as you're about to go down, you look back through the doorway, and you see this head. Large head, car-sized head, peek around the corner and look your direction, and you see a glowing eye like look towards you and zoom in, and then you drop with the bag and scurry back into the frozen yogurt thing, and you're not sure, but it seemed like whatever was in there, this giant thing, maybe saw you.
Okay.
And you rush back to Maud
To Maud.
and give her the stuff, and we're going to end the session there. You can heal her up next time.
Okay.
Sound good?
It's not a Spider-Man. It's a Cyclops or something.
Yeah.
Unless it has
it
two eyes.
looked mechanical.
It looked mechanical.
Yeah, for
Mechanical
sure.
Cyclops.
Yeah. Scraper clops. Scray clops.
Scrayclops.
There we go. All right. So that is all for this week's episode of Dadventurous. And next time we'll come back and figure out what you're going to do with Maud, the wounded elf lady.
Yeah.
Sound like fun?
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now it's time for Q&A with the dad and daughter. In the future, we're hoping to get questions from listeners that we can answer on air. But right now, I have some questions from my D&D club. A question that is, can you die in this game?
Ooh, you can. And I think that's one thing that you should be okay with because it's part of the storytelling.
Yes. And generally, the DM doesn't set out to actually kill your character, but it
No.
can happen.
And, going off the whole dice thing,
Yeah,
it's not me being evil.
it's the dice.
It's the dice. I'm rolling just like everybody else. And so the answer is yes.
You
your
can die.
character can die. Kind of on that same topic, too, your character can also fail.
Yeah.
And I think you need to figure out within yourself while playing this game how to make failure interesting.
I always say to my players, so tell me how this failure looks.
I love that. We should do that too.
Because they get to decide how they fail when they fail.
Yeah, because I think there's an inherent story to be told when your fireball misses your target and blows up a fruit cart behind them or something of that
Yeah.
nature. Or stand in the way of a dragon's breath and you don't jump out of the way in time. Your character, unfortunately, might perish.
Yeah.
But it also gives your team an opportunity to try to find a way to save you, which makes for awesome storytelling.
Yes, and doing the whole storytelling, whether you fail or succeed.
Still makes for a good time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, adventurers, we've reached the end of another tale here. Just wanted to take a moment once again to shout out the folks over at Plus One to Gaming for giving our podcast a place to live. Head to their website to learn some tips and tricks, find some articles about D&D as well as some other people playing the game. And remember that if you want to stay connected and stay tuned for our future journeys, to look us up on social media, leave your comments, and subscribe to our podcast on whatever platform you use. If you got any questions, maybe you want to know about Elsewhere, maybe you want to know about Dungeons & Dragons, we want to answer them. So ask us anything, and we might just answer your question on air. So thank you guys all for coming with us once again on this journey. And stay tuned for more dad and daughter silliness with Dadventurous.